Barney's family moved into the old countryside house, everyone agreed on one strange rule. Don't go into the loft. Nobody explained why. They just said not to. Barney managed 3 days. On the 4th night, rain battered the windows, and the lights blinked twice before settling. His parents were out. He stood beneath the loft hatch with a torch. People are ridiculous, he muttered. A ladder folded down with a groan. The loft didn't smell dusty. It smelled damp, like wet earth. Barney climbed. Old boxes, broken chairs, and then footprints, bare footprints, pressed into thick dust, leading across the room, then stopping. No, they continued upward, straight onto the wall and onto the ceiling. Barney's torch shook. A whisper drifted above him. Don't look up. Slowly, he looked. Something impossibly thin clung to the beams. Its joints bent the wrong way. Its skin stretched too tightly. Its face was Barney's. It smiled too wide. Thank you, whispered, for opening. The ladder snapped shut. The next morning, Barney was found asleep in bed, safe. Only his parents noticed he never laughed anymore, and every night someone walked around above their ceiling. Hide and seek. Chris, Grace, Izzy and Kirsty stayed overnight at Grace's grandmother's house. Huge, old, too many rooms. Chris counted 20, 19. Everyone scattered. Izzy hid behind coats. Kirsty hid under the stairs. Grace disappeared downstairs. Chris found Izzy, then Kirsty, but Grace never answered. They searched everywhere. Nothing. Then, giggles from the cellar. The door slowly opened. Grace stepped out, smiling. Chris frowned. Where were you? Grace blinked. Playing. Her clothes were muddy. Her hands looked dirty. That night Chris woke. Grace stood beside his bed, perfectly still. Her smile too large. You didn't find me. Chris swallowed. What? She tilted her head. I'm still hiding. The next morning, Grace's grandmother screamed. Workers broke open an old bricked-up room in the cellar. Inside, a tiny skeleton curled up, wearing a faded dress. On the wrist, a bracelet spelling Grace. Upstairs, Grace smiled and opened her mouth impossibly wide. The last bus home. Frank missed the final train. Only one bus remained. No destination displayed. Doors opened. The driver wore black gloves. Last bus. Frank climbed aboard. 4 passengers sat silently. Nobody moved. Nobody blinked. Soon Frank realized the bus wasn't on roads. Dark fields, trees, nothing else. He approached the driver. Excuse me, where are we? The driver answered quietly, "Where everyone goes eventually." Frank laughed nervously, then saw the driver had no reflection. He sat down. An elderly passenger turned slowly. "What year?" Frank frowned. 2026. Her expression dropped. "Oh." The bus stopped. Doors opened into endless darkness. Passengers stood, walked out. Frank stayed seated. The driver turned. No face, only blackness. "You missed your stop." Frank threw himself off the moving bus. He woke in hospital. Doctor said he'd been struck crossing the road, unconscious for 7 minutes. Since then, every month at 11:59 p.m., a silent bus waits outside his window. The smile in the photograph. Owen found a box of photographs in his grandmother's attic. Birthdays, Christmases, family holidays. Then, one picture dated June 1986. 7 people, but there should only have been 6. One figure stood behind them, tall, thin, smiling. Nobody recognized him. Owen showed his grandmother. She dropped the photo. Her face drained. "Burn it." "Who is he?" she whispered. "We never invited him." That night, Owen looked again. The figure had moved. Closer. Every photo. Closer. Until the final one. The smiling figure stood directly behind whoever took the picture. Owen threw the box outside. Morning came. Photos were back. One new picture rested on top. Taken in Owen's bedroom. Owen asleep. The smiling figure beside his bed. On the back, written in careful handwriting, "You look better when you're asleep."